So this is possibly the first vlog of the year. I'm actually quite nervous because what I'm about to talk about is something that I've never kind of considered to put on YouTube or vocally put out there before. Tomorrow I am having a smear test. It's going to be my first. I turned 25 last month, as some of you may know, but I thought I'd do this little kind of video now to kind of explain or get a backup just in case I forget to vlog tomorrow, because it's quite early in the morning. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be ready to vlog, but I'm planning to do like what I feel before and what I feel after. I'm not nervous as so much now, but tomorrow I think I will be. I've got my friends and my family supporting me, especially Scarlett. I have to give you a shout out because you give me a pep talk this morning about what happens, kind of has made me more confident to go into it tomorrow. But yeah. So as you guys may know, I have turned 25, and you may know what that means for us older ladies at the age of 25, and by the title of this video. But yes, I had my first ever smear test about 2 weeks ago, and honestly I just wanted to create this video so those of you who haven't had a smear test or are thinking about having a smear test, maybe this will give you a bit more confidence to go and have one done. Or those of you who are much younger than me and have always wondered what a smear test is actually about, what happens, what you need to do to prepare. I mean, not much to be honest, but it's just, I just hope this video can give you a bit more confidence and a bit more of an enlightenment. So first things first is that a smear test, or a pap test, depending on where you live and how you want to call it, you go to the doctors and a nurse will ask you to lay down on a bed, on a table, and she just looks at your bits down below. That's the honest truth. Let me just give you a brief rundown of what a smear test is and what it does, or what it's for. It's basically to help them understand what is going on in your body and to help you know if you have any cervical cancer, and if that's one of the things I have to do to save my life, then I'm happy to do it. Next, you're probably wondering how you go about booking for a smear test or even getting one done. So for me, because I was turning 25 in January, I got my letter, I believe, around about last summer. So I was still 24. You can go when you're 24. You don't have to go when you turn 25. It's entirely up to you when you want to go. It's just like a pre-warning. In fact, prior to this, me and my friend Scarlett were talking about her smear test because she was very worried about the same time that I had mine done this year, but she had hers done a year ago, and she was very worried about it. I said she'll be fine, and she was, and now it's my turn, and she's kind of helped me understand what she's gone through and what to expect when I go. I got the letter. I was like, oh great, I'm turning 25. This is a great way to remind me of that. Not only am I aging, but I need to go and have a smear test. By the way, you don't need to go, it is an option. And I said to my mum, I was like, so yeah, I've got this smear test coming up. Like, when do I book it? How do I book it? And when do you think I should go? She was like, it's up to you, it's your personal opinion. However, I'm gonna have mine done in January, so maybe we can go together. And I was like, yep, moral support, I'm all there for it. So my birthday came, it went, and we kind of had to make sure that we were on the same kind of period flow. You have to go when you're not on your period, preferably just after you finish your period. I think it was February 7th we booked our appointment for, and it was at about 10:30. Here is me vlogging the day of my smear test. Honestly, it's all good. Morning guys. So, wow, it is bright outside and there's just blue sky. It's about 10 to 8. My appointment is at 10:10. If you don't already know, I'm gonna have my first ever smear test today. Yeah, I've kind of been reading some stuff and watching some videos to prep myself. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
and we're just gonna see how this goes. So I'm just gonna get up now and put my face on, have some breakfast, and yeah, and get this show on the road. I don't know, I think in the minute I'm not really that nervous. But I think I will be as soon as I like get in there and have to like drop my jeans, as they say. But yeah, see you in a bit. It is so sunny, I should have brought my shade. I've got my mum here. She's moral support, but she's going for herself anyway. I cannot see. This is not a good idea. No, I'm not really nervous. I don't think I am that nervous.
I am, and I've been for loads.
Yeah, mum's been plenty of times. But I think it's just the fear of the unknown.
Not nice.
Huh? What?
It's just, you know,
not nice. I think for me it's just the fear of the unknown. But then again, like for other people,
there's
I've
nothing
heard
to be worried about, but you know,
it's just
not something you want to do.
Yeah, that's what many people were saying, and about the fact that some people have had theirs done and they just don't like people looking at that part of your body or anything down that part of your body. Yeah. Today's the day. That's what happens when you become an adult and you make good choices. Plus, I heard that it's like 1 in 2 women could catch HPV, that's it. It depends whether you kind of want the risk of not knowing. And as my friend Scarlett said, she was like, it could save your life. And
for a few minutes out of your day.
Yeah, for a few minutes out of your day. It's like
a little tiny bit of discomfort.
It's not even that long. I was just saying to my mum how like it's important to be open about these kind of things, because there are people that, some of you that might be watching this might never have had one before and may want to know how I feel before it and after.
Only every 3 years.
Yeah, it's only every 3 years. It's not like it's every day of your life. I'm not that nervous now because it just feels like it's another day at the doctor's, and that's how you got to think. You've got to have that mental kind of distraction. Also, I've heard that it's best to be calm in that kind of when you're in there as well, and as someone said, just blag through it. Like just go in there and kind of be like, kind of have like that fake confidence. So then, in reality, it's just fine. So that's what I'm going to go in with and hope for the best. Yeah, see you on the other side. So I've just been and had it done, and I can honestly say it was a weird experience, but I would not shy away from it. It's something that I was fine with, and the nurse was absolutely so lovely. And girls, if you're watching this, honestly, there's nothing to be scared of, or even afraid of or embarrassed about, because they do cover you up properly as well, so you feel more comfortable. And I think in all honesty, it's most people's stories. I am my own individual. I am explaining what I've gone through, so I can't say it's the same for everybody, but I didn't feel anything. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not really going to talk about it as I'm walking down the street, but I will like do a full-on video and explain it. And if you've got any questions, honestly, ask away, and I'll see you later. Bye. So as you saw, on the day of my smear test, I woke up, got ready as usual, just pretending like it was a normal day, another day at the doctor's. So you get called into the nurse's room and she'll ask you a couple of questions like, is anything wrong? Are you taking pills? Are you taking contraception? All these type of questions she'll ask you. There's not that many. And then there's a bed on the side of the room, and then there's a curtain that kind of pulls round. So when it was my turn, she asked me to go behind the curtain. Obviously, you have to take your clothes off from the waist down. I did go in a pair of like flowy trousers. If you don't feel too confident
in taking bottoms from the waist down. You can wear a skirt, and in that case you can just lift your skirt up and there's no kind of draftiness or whatever. However, if you do take your bottoms off from the waist down, there will be a kind of like paper towel that just gets draped over your stomach and waist, so she doesn't really see that much anyway apart from inside your cervix. I mean, yeah, got no problems there. Also, if you are a bit concerned that your nurse is looking down there, she has probably seen so many that day, or will see so many that day, or so many in her life that she could not care less. She knows what she's doing. She's done it all before. After you've taken your bottoms off, you then lay on a bed. You then let the nurse know that you're ready, or she might ask you, are you ready? And she'll come around the curtain, ask you to split your legs apart, and then set up her speculum. She may run it under some warm water just so it's your body temperature, or it kind of doesn't feel cold. I mean, I don't want anything going up there that feels absolutely freezing. It will give you a bit of a shock, and she will then insert it. Now, for me, I'm gonna honestly say this because that's just who I am. I am a virgin, I am not sexually active, and so when she inserted it in me, it was a little bit too big. But you let the nurse know. She says if it hurts, she'll take it out and she'll try another one. So she went and got the smaller one, and it was still a little bit uncomfortable, not painful, but uncomfortable is the best way I can describe it. And then she says, just bear with that a second, and then she literally just, I presume, put a brush through the speculum, took a little bit of cells, and brought it out again. It was just like that. So yeah, that happened. She took the speculum out, and she kind of like put the brush into a little sample cup, just like swirled it around, and she said that the test results will be back within 3 to 2 weeks. I'm still waiting on those test results, not very anxiously. They haven't turned up yet. So then after that, she will pop back behind the curtain while you put your drawers on, put your trousers on, get yourself ready. Because it was my first time, she kind of went through some information, why we have it, and why it's kind of necessary, what may happen if the results did come back and there was something that they found. You would have to then go for another smear test. Basically, it's a double check on what those cells are and if they can be removed or if they can be dealt with, or they might have just picked up something that isn't actually there and there's no problem. It's a process that is there for your protection. So if you're thinking about going for one, just do it. I mean, if it could save your life, then why the hell not do it? You just think about all these things that we can't change in life. We can't stop a lot of things, but you can save your life just by going for a smear test. I honestly do have friends that really don't mind going to have a smear test. I honestly never had one, so I didn't know what to expect apart from the couple of experiences that my friends have had. I don't really have that many close friends who have gone for one because I'm quite older than they are. Also, my best friend, she just point blank doesn't want to have one anyway. I mean, Kate, if this changes your mind, by all means, I will be there for you if you want to have your smear test. I did a terrible thing and did read up on what other people have experienced, and everyone's different, everyone's bodies are different, so some people may exaggerate on their stories. That's the thing with the internet, some people will exaggerate, but from my personal experience, it was completely fine. I was more kind of scared of what the brush might feel like. I've heard so many different kind of phrases, like it's like a scratch, it's like a scrape. I didn't feel the brush at all. Like, in full honesty, there was no feeling down there of a brush. I think I mentioned this in the vlog, but 1 in 2 women can have cervical cancer. It's just something that you didn't even know, and 1 in 2 is a big deal. This is why it's so important to have this test done, but it is optional. It is your choice. I'm not gonna run down the street and be like, you should have had your test done, I told you. You know, I'm not gonna judge people like that. If you don't want it done, fine by me, it's your choice. It's not a bad thing. We all make choices. We all have a decision to do what we want to do in this life. And yeah, I'm sorry if this video seemed a bit too personal and too gross for you, but I just felt that it needed to be spoken about. There's not many people that talk about it, and I'm so grateful for some of the YouTubers that have spoken about it. I'm so grateful for my friend Scarlett, because honestly, I don't know what I'd do without you in that specific situation. And I'm so grateful that we were able to kind of go through this together, even though yours was a year ago. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel and comment below. If you do have any questions on this topic, I will be more than happy to reply. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! And if you want to know what happened on the day of my cervix, here is a little... Please subscribe to our... Oh my gosh.